Once again, this is Rolando with. I have been practicing with your design uh, suture kit. I mean, he right now he has only cost me $39. It's 3D printed. It has 3 layers. Um, Also, you have a basic blade, so you can make incisions. Great. A hemostat, forceps, scissors, and 409 nylon monofilament um, suture. Now he does a good job. He provides you with in the first kit with 5, so you will have to get more sutures to keep practicing. But I think this is particularly for aspiring medical students that do not get to have never done this, such as myself, or an individual that wishes to, refresh their skills. I think this is a inexpensive way of doing it, and it's quite realistic. One of the things is that I'm minding is always making sure that the needle is straight on the hemostat. Hopefully you can see that there. Let me back up a little. See, the first few stitches that I made, they were crooked because I did not realize that my needle was crooked. So this is what I'm talking about. So you grab the needle from the pouch over here, and then if you, on this time, the needle's actually, you can't quite tell, but see how it's crooked like that? Then the stitch is not gonna come out the way you want it. So make sure that you take your time. I'm sure with practice, I'm not gonna have to do what I'm doing here, but that is straight. If this is a straight needle, you're gonna get a straight stitch. That's what I found out. So let me try this again. So here, making sure also that you have proper technique holding. There's some YouTube videos that I've been watching. They are great. I highly recommend that you watch them and pause the video and just keep doing it one at a time. But for example, I figured let me first learn how to do basic sutures. Okay. I recommend that you go and see the videos by Dr. Ormby. He is great, but I'll link to his site on my channel. All right, so first, make sure that I'm at a 90-degree angle, because it makes it so easy if you're at 90 degree. I've been using the forceps to make sure that as I'm doing this, that the needle comes out properly, but then I come here, and here I have a nice straight line, unlike my first 3 stitches that were all crooked. Okay, now the other thing that I noticed on the videos is that they say leave some material to work with here on the tail end. Okay, so hold this, let go, wrap it twice around the instrument, come in, grab the instrument, and pull. You don't have to apply a lot of force. Now wrap it around the instrument again, but this time once. Make sure you always go in the opposite direction. Grab the tail, pull through, and you have a nice square knot. Okay, make sure it's tight. And see, this time I left my tail was too big, so I have to ensure that I do this. But the reason why I did the stitch here, it is this guy over here. It's in between my first 2 stitches that were horrible. As you can see, that stitch right there, it's crooked. That stitch right there is crooked, but this guy over here is nice and straight. And a lot of it had to do with the technique. Again, you can see this one because I did not. So obviously, if you're placing the sutures and in trying to make sure the spaces are nice and even here, and my spaces are not correct. I've only been doing this for about 10 minutes, so I'm gonna keep practicing, and I will check with you guys later.